So if you didn't see my last video, I managed to get loads of Destined Rivals product on release day. And something I really wasn't expecting to get is this Destined Rivals booster box. So in today's video, I'm going to be opening this along with an ETB and 2 blister packs. And I did get another ETB, which you can see right behind me, right there. Because the first thing that I want to talk about is how amazing this booster box, this ETB looks. You can see me in the reflection. Hello. Everything down to like the red R for Team Rocket on the sides to the black and red. I truly think that this is like the best ETB that Pokemon might have ever made. So I'm definitely keeping one for my collection as a display piece. But on this channel, we love ripping into things. We love opening packs. Less dilly-daddling, more opening this ETB. This is the first ETB of Destined Rivals that I have opened, and we're going to get straight into it. Mainly, the most exciting part for me is having a look at the set list, which we'll check out in a second, because there are so many amazing cards in this set. But just take a look at this artwork that is on this ETB. This is crazy. I love this so much. And in today's video, there are 10 packs in this ETB, 36 packs in the booster box, and then 6 more packs from the blisters. So that's over 50 packs that we've got to open today, which is so sick. Get rid of this, and let's have a look at the packs. Is there 10 in the booster box? In an ETB, sorry? 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9. There's 9. Wait, but plus 6 is 15. Yeah, we get 51. We're still over 50 packs. Okay, good. I think I did my maths right. Okay, we'll put these to the side for now and take a look at everything else that's in here. The most important part of this is this sick promo. Now I'm looking at the edges, and I think the code card's kind of beat up behind it, but the edges of the actual Wobbuffet look okay, and the corner cutting looks all right. I think that's what made me, the thing that made me lose a lot of grades in my ace grading video is that I don't really check out the corners that much, specifically like the curve of them and how harshly cut they are. A lot of the cards that I submitted didn't have whitening, but had really bad corners, and I never really looked for it. But this one looks like it could be okay, but I'm going to keep it sealed for now. I will probably be submitting it at some point, though. And then you get these really cool sleeves. I'm not a fan of actually sleeving my cards in these kind of sleeves for, like, collections, but for playing the actual TCG, I can imagine that would be really cool. And then, of course, you get the dice, which actually is so sick. The 1 being an R is very cool. And the classic heads or tails coins. Damage counters or whatever the fuck they are. Right, and that's it. But the red and the black looks so nice. Doesn't that just look cool? Hell yeah. All right, so we have our 9 packs. But before we get into anything properly, let's have a look through the set list to see what amazing cards we can pull. Now, if you haven't seen me open a new set before on this channel, then you might not know that I'm going to be looking at every single common as we go, so I don't need to look at the arts of that in here because I don't want to get spoilers, but I do want to see the potential for the art rares and the secret art rares or the special art rares in this set, because the fact that some of these aren't SIRs is crazy to me. I mean, look at this, the Typhlosion, Houndoom, and Blaziken all being ARs. Both the Misty's Psyduck and Misty's Lapras are amazing. The Spidops as well, Cynthia's Roserade, even this Yanma's cool, and I don't really care about Yanma. So there's a couple ARs, I didn't even talk about the Rapidash, dude. There's a couple of ARs that I'm like, aren't as cool. Like, Clamperl looks amazing, and I do like the art style of the Electrike. I think it's similar to the Swinub from Journey Together, probably the same artist. There's a lot of really, really nice cards in here, and the Team Rocket's Raticate, which, if you didn't see my last video, we pulled Team Rocket's Raticate. And that's genuinely one of my favorite art rares of this set, so that's super sick. One thing that I like about this set as well is the full art EXs with the trainers behind them. I think these actually look so good. And I usually am not a fan of that kind of style of card. But let's move over to the SIRs. Again, you know, I'm not a huge fan of trainer cards, if you know this channel. But Team Rocket's Giovanni and the SIR of Team Rocket's Giovanni, both of those I would be more than happy to get. They are very cool. And obviously, moving into the SIRs, the Moltres, Ho-Oh, Mewtwo, Garchomp, Nidoking, Crobat, all of those, I think, are truly amazing. The Yanmega by itself seems so strange. Why is it not a partner Pokemon? And why is it just a Yanmega? It seems very weird to include in this set. And who's this? Arvin's Mabosstiff. My friend Will actually opened his booster box that he got in the video that was last on the channel. And he texted me, he got an SIR, but it was Arvin's Mabosstiff. So I laughed at him. I think I sent him an L-Dance gif. So sorry, Will. Hopefully we pull an SIR today, and it's literally any of the others. I think Yanmega would be kind of cringe, but even like Team Rocket's Ariana, I think I'd prefer than the Mabosstiff, and that's saying something, because I am a trainer card hater. And then some of the gold cards are cool, but again, like Jamming Tower and Lavincia, I genuinely don't think I would even be excited, even though it's a gold card. I don't know, but I'll have to see what my reaction is. But that's it. So that's, honestly, it's an amazing set. It's leagues above the last couple of sets that we've had, and the last couple of sets we had, I think, have been some of the best out of Scarlet and Violet. Surging Sparks, Prismatic Evolutions, Journey Together have all been really, really good, but Destined Rivals beats it, in my opinion. So, without further ado, let's jump right into this. I am very, very excited, as you can tell, because of all of the really cool art that's in it, and also, unlike Prismatic Evolutions, which is Prismatic Delusions, or whatever the kids are calling it. Last card, nothing from this pack. Destined Rivals is different than Prismatic Evolutions because it actually has some really fucking cool ARs. Like, obviously, Destined Rivals had some amazing special illustration rares, but just regular illustration rares, there basically wasn't any that were actually good from Prismatic Evolutions. I think it was just trainers, right? They were the only... Maybe there wasn't any. I think it was replaced by Pokeball rares, right? Yo! I stopped before the AR slot, just in case, and I was right to. That is one of... Oh, nice. Wait, yo. And we get a Team Rocket's Tyranitar. Also, sorry, I realized I haven't been looking at any of the other arts. I'm cringing myself. I got carried away with talking. Dude, I'm flustered as hell in this video. I'm so sorry. This Team Rocket Weezing is so sick. Why is he looking at him like that, bro? You see that? Team Rocket admin, why are you looking at Weezing like that? What do you want to do to him? What the hell? That's a very nice illustration rare. I love that. Add that to the pile. And yeah, let's take a second to have a look at this Tyranitar. Team Rocket's Tyranitar. The colors in some of these, I pulled this Team Rocket Zapdos in my last video, and the colors in the background are really cool, and I genuinely think I might, like, send it off to Ace. Which is insane for, like, just a regular rare that you can get out of any old pack, but it just looks cool. So yeah, I'm sorry, I got distracted previously talking about how good this set is, and instead of talking about how good this set is compared to Prismatic Evolutions, I will appreciate the set as I go along. The Nidoran male, I don't think is as cool as the Nidoran female. Team Rocket's Houndour, though, I love the theming of this set, where like some of the cards are like clearly set around the same area in like Team Rocket's headquarters or whatever. It reminds me of the black and white era, you know, like Plasma Freeze and that kind of stuff, where every single card had like, holy, stop what I'm saying for a second, Blaziken, and it's a reverse rare. That art is so sick. Will got this in the last video, and I got the reverse of it now. Hell yeah. Nothing in this pack. So yeah, the theming of this set is also really cool. I think a lot of people were kind of dunking on this set for specifically... I love this Rattata. It's hard to make a Rattata look cool. But it also kind of alludes to the Raticate with like them being all over the pipes and stuff like an infestation. I think it's really cool. Yeah, people were kind of shitting on this set. This Lurantis is amazing, by the way. I don't know if you saw my last video. Because of it not just being a Team Rocket set. Sir Titan, I think, is one of the cringiest, worst Pokemon ever. I don't think it's even worth putting him over here in like the pile of good cards. I'll put him at the back. But yeah, I think because this isn't just Team Rocket, and people were like, oh, they're combining this with the non-Team Rocket cards. What is it? Heatwave Crash Wave Arena, something like that. The Japanese set, with like Ethan's Pichu and Misty's Magikarp and stuff. The fact that it's not Glory of Team Rocket, but in English, people Oh, we're really annoyed about it. That's a full art trainer. Team Rocket's Proton. Now, I have said on record, even at the start of this video, that I'm not a fan of trainer cards. I do think this one's pretty cool. I am a sucker for Team Rocket and like their branding and theming and stuff. So you know what? I'm not going to complain. Hey, Team Rocket's Proton, you get a stamp of approval from me. So I just don't get the criticism that is like, oh my god, you added more cool cards to a set that has cool cards in them. Like, there are some trainers that I think you could be mad at that they've like done a whole set around. But to be honest, I felt like that was what Journey Together was like. Nothing in this set. Pack, not set. I felt like Journey Together had a bunch of trainers that I just didn't care about. And then this set has Ethan, Misty, Cynthia, Team Rocket, Giovanni, and I'm like, holy. The only person, even Marnie, and I'm alright with Marnie. I don't think there's any like SIRs or IRs to do with Marnie's Pokemon. The only person, and here he is, that I don't really care about is Arvin, to be honest. Ooh, Cynthia's Spiritomb. That looks really nice. Holy look at the color on that. Ethan's Pinsir? Okay, why did they make him look like he's trying to spread his cheeks? Does anyone see that? It's like he's bending over and fucking grabbing his ass. Oh no. It looks good though, with the autumn leaves and like the fucking wind blowing around him. Maybe it's his own wind if he's grabbing them cheeks. I should probably stop talking. Oh, that Snova's really nice. Is that? Yeah, Kamiya. I was going to say, you can tell whenever it's a Kamiya artwork. Very nice. We've talked about this a lot on this channel, but there are some common arts that I'm like, I'm not sad that then they've not been given like the chance to be like a full art or whatever. But it would be cool for them to be like appreciated more. The artist that's put all their time and effort into that to get their appreciation. Like this Misty's Lapras. Granted, the AR of Misty's Lapras is actually so sick, and I wouldn't want this card art to replace it, but this is still so cool. So I hope Morikura? Sorry, I shouldn't have even tried to read your name. I'm butchering it. But I hope you get the appreciation that you deserve for your amazing work in this series. All the artists, not specifically them, but they did that card. So I thought I'd give them a shout out. Dude, like, it takes a lot of effort to make a card like a Pokemon like Huntail look as cool as this. Because I couldn't give two shits about Huntail, but this artwork, the spiral with the like whirlpool that he's doing is very cool. Wave splash, I guess he's doing, not a whirlpool. Do we get an AR? We do not. But we get Steven's Boltoy. And do we get a hit? We do not. But we get Crustle. And the final pack of the ETB, but definitely not the final pack of the video, just the first 9. We've got a lot more to get through. But I think we've hit pretty well from this ETB. Oh, Team Rocket's Mareep. Dude, Mareep looks menacing as hell, and I don't know how to deal with that. Slug my balls. Barraskewda. Yeah, we've done well with this ETB, so I'm not really expecting a hit here, but it could be an art rare, and that would be very cool. But it's not. But it's a reverse of the Huntail. That's cool. Oh, and an Arabola EX. Sorry, Arboliver, right? Arboliver? Arboliver. It's meant to be an olive, right? It's an olive tree. So is it Oliver? Arboliver? Fucking who knows. It's not meant to be pronounced in an English accent, I don't think, anyway. But from the ETB, that's not too bad. 9 packs, and we got 4 hits. 2 were just regular EXs that I don't really care about. But 1 AR and 1 full art, plus the promo. Makes it all worth it. All right, very nice. Next, we have our 3-pack blister, which, as you can see, I got for £14. That's not too bad. With the Zeb Striker promo. I wonder how they decide what the promo cards are going to be. Because, like, Zeb Striker and what was the other one? Kangaskhan? I guess Kangaskhan makes sense for Giovanni. But, like, who the hell cares about Zeb Striker to do with any of the trainers in this set? Like, you'd think it would be a Pokemon or a card that has, like, some relevance. And they do it all the time. I feel like they just choose random cards to be promos. But I will say, this Zeb Striker art in particular is very cool, and I do love the Cosmic Hollow that goes around the borders for the promo cards. I'm not complaining too much. I think Zebstrike is a cool Pokemon. Okay, and we get 3 packs from this, so we'll blast through these. There's got to be some common cards that I haven't seen the artwork of yet that I'm still going to be blown away from, but currently, like, I've not seen that before, but I also, you know, it's Arvin's and it's a Mastiff. It takes a lot, I think, to make... Ooh, Cynthia's Gabite. That looks cool. It takes a lot. Oh, I need to stop trying to say a sentence when cool cards appear. This Quilava is very cool. I'll try it again. It takes a lot to make a dog Pokemon like Mastiff not be cool, because I love dogs. But damn, is Mastiff just boring as hell. Oh, Rabska EX? That actually looks crazy cool with the purple against the green. Isn't this the guy that is a dung beetle or something? A dung beetle with a man's face that shoves shit around. He has no right to look that cool. That's actually pretty sick. All right, second pack. Yo, Team Rocket's Nidorina. Holy shit, I thought he was like a Gigantamax version, and this was like a building. Do you guys see that? It looks like it's like a Godzilla type Pokemon. That's crazy. Ethan Sudowoodo, I love the art on that. All the colors with the fighting type orange. That actually looks really nice. Squovit with all the nuts. That Lurantis looks so cool. Team Rocket's Wheezing. Nosepass. Any AR? No, but that... I know that there's an AR of Electrike. I think that this artwork, just the common artwork, might be cooler than the AR Electrike. And dude, wait, this Team Rocket Sneasel. Look at the way the holo shines, the red of the background, and the, like, perspective angle of this Sneasel. I'm sleeving that. That's actually so cool. Some of these just hit, you know? Destined Rivals might be, like, the best set, which would be the title of the video if I was that kind of YouTuber. This might be the best set of all time. This new Pokemon set broke me mentally. Or something. I don't know. Wait, sorry, I skimmed past the Electabuzz. Not seen this? Dude, I love Electabuzz so much. I saw, I think it was Randolph that was talking about the Pikachu that has... Electabuzz and another Pokemon just like behind it, maybe Jolteon, I don't know. It looks so cool. It was a promo in XY, I think, and I really, really want it. It looks sick. All right, nothing out of those 3, but we're on to the final blister pack, the Kangaskhan blister pack. All right, we finally got in there, and let's take a look at the Kangaskhan promo. I wonder if there's a TCG, like the actual game that people play, if there's a reason why certain promos are in certain packs. Whether it's like, this is a card that lots of people are going to use, so they'll put it as a promo. One of these days, I should learn how to play the actual game. Rather than just collecting. I don't really have any want to play the game. What's really funny is I used to actually play Yu-Gi-Oh! Collect it, and then, like, properly got into playing it. I ran a Harpies deck for a long time. So, I'm not against playing, like, a card game. Arvin's Sandwich? Bro, why is that a fucking card? This is so stupid. So maybe there'll be a video in the future where I'm opening... This coughing art is really cool, the color on it. There'll be a video in the future, maybe, where I'm opening a... Sorry, not opening, where I'm playing the card game, the actual Pokemon card game, and I learn how to do it. I think I've seen a bunch of other Pokemon TCG YouTubers that only collect go like, hey, I might try playing the game. And I think it's fun. And as someone, dude, that Combuskin art is so cool. As someone that is like documenting all of the new things that I do in my hobby, then it makes sense to document, holy, Garchomp EX, yo. It makes sense to document me trying a new thing, right? So let me know if that sounds cool to you, and I might do it as a video. This is a very nice card. Big fan of Cynthia, big fan of Garchomp, and hold. I don't know if you guys remember from when I opened Pokerev packs, but I pulled this Garchomp, which at the time I was like, holy shit, that's really cool, but I don't want to look up its price or anything because I might think it's cool, but everyone else doesn't. Turns out, I heard from the comments, everyone thinks it's cool, which is nice. So I'm going to be grading this Cynthia Garchomp, along with a bunch of other cards that I've got lined up, and I'm hoping to grade some of my Destined Rivals, which is why I'm opening so many cards all in one sitting, so that I can send some Destined Rivals off, along with this beauty of a card. So that'll be a video in the future as well, so make sure to subscribe. All right, last pack from the blisters, and then we will be on to the booster pack. The booster box, sorry. Okay, we've not seen Misty Staryu yet. I will say, I don't want it to be like, I don't need to shit on art that's bad, but this doesn't hit. I like Misty and I like Staryu, so that should have been better than it is. But this, Nidorino, that's the perspective and the art style is pretty sick. Drowsy, we don't need to talk about Drowsy. This Rapidash is very nice though. I think I have like a guilty pleasure. It's not really guilty, or I'm not really hiding it. Oh, yes, Misty Psyduck. I was going to say guilty pleasure for fire Pokemon, but also I'm a guilty pleasure to water types, I think. Cute little water types. Cute little cuddly boys. Shouldn't have said that. But this Misty Psyduck is very nice. And the Misty Psyduck AR, I really hope that I get a Misty Psyduck AR, because my mom is a big fan of Psyduck, so this would be like perfect for her. But the reverse, I will definitely give it this one. Okay, here we are, the pièce de résistance. We are going to be here for a while because we have 36 more packs to open up. So let's get started. We cannot go back. As soon as I rip this, we are done. We're done playing around. This is our official Destined Rivals booster box opening. Let's make it look all cool and fancy. Stick these behind the packs. There you go. I've heard someone say that the booster boxes actually don't look as cool when they're sealed now, but when they're like officially done and you can see like all the whites covered up, it looks amazing. Just look around, dude. Look at all the art. Whose side are you on? What does that even mean? Whose side are you on? Is it meant to be like Cynthia and Ethan versus Team Rocket and Giovanni? Strange if so, I'll say it. And let's just go one by one and see what we get out of this set. So I have heard from watching a couple of other people open packs and like colloquially from collectors that Destined Rivals is supposed to have a really good hit rate. But as we have experienced, the hit rate isn't actually that good from the packs that I have opened. And as I say that, yo, we get a Team Rocket's Persian with Giovanni stood behind him. Holy. So maybe they're a bit better than I previously thought. Well, we're opening a booster box, so there's going to be a lot of cool packs in here. And it's maybe not the coolest of the full arts that I could have got, but it's certainly not a stinker. I will not be complaining. Sorry if it sounds like I'm complaining. I couldn't be complaining less. I could be complaining less. That's my bad. But yeah, I think I also saw people online be like, oh, all of these Pokemon creators, they're being sent boxes from Pokemon that have like higher hits, and they're trying to convince all of us plebs that are watching that it's got really good hit rates, so we go and buy it. And I'm like, bro, they don't need to do anything like that. What the fuck are you talking about? There's no way that that's really happening. This Blaziken again as a reverse. That's very nice. A Beldum and Team Rocket's Wobbuffet. Dude, that looks well cool. It's obviously not as cool as the promo that's in the ETB, but they really knocked out of the park with the Team Rocket colors that are behind a lot of these holo rares. Look very nice. Yeah, the amount of conspiracy theories that there are within the Pokemon community of like, oh, this big YouTuber definitely gets paid by Pokemon to open packs. It's like, what is that? What do you even think is going on in that world? I don't know. And not to call people morons, but yo, oh my god, sorry for calling people morons. Yo, wait, and then we get a regular Ethan's Typhlosion. Holy, there's too much going on. I moved it so I could sleeve the boy very quickly because this Cynthia's Roserade looks so sick. This was one of the boys. This is one of the ones that I really wanted. Roserade is such a cool Pokemon, and Cynthia, the art of her in this, she's like, I don't know, usually she's drawn way more cartoony. She's all like, the wind is going round and her hair's all twirly. This is crazy. And again, I am not a trainer lover, but damn, this as like an actual art piece is so cool. Hell yeah. What are we, 3 packs in? And let's give him his moment. This Ethan's Typhlosion is also really cool. It's nowhere near as cool as the AR, but you got to appreciate good art when you see it, you know? All right, so this is pack number 4, I think. I don't know. I might have lost count. I'm going to stop saying the numbers in case I lose count of how many 3 we are. But with the hit rate of, if it is 2 out of 4 that we've hit in, then I'm not expecting a good pack for a while. Yep. Unless maybe I am one of the Pokemon creators that the Pokemon company has paid off. Maybe they're paying me to open packs, and that's why I'm saying that it's a conspiracy theory, because I'm the one that's lying to you guys. I'm in on it. That's why my channel's been blowing up so quickly. Holy shit, that Cynthia's Milotic is so cool. Yo, a Team Rocket Nidoking. Hell yeah. So we already got this one, but I will happily double up on really sick cards. Gimme, gimme. And it just means that I've got more to do some trades. Or maybe sell, but I never get round to selling any of the cards that I say I could sell. So, but yes, you caught me. The reason why my channel is doing so well currently is because I am an industry plant from the Pokemon Company to sell more cards, because that's what they really need right now. The Pokemon Company are just begging for more people to give them money. There aren't enough people, clearly, that really want to spend money on these Pokemon cards. Holy, this Articuno is so nice. It's completely different colors in the background than the Zapdos, but, like, the point still stands, you know? I might sleeve this and hope that I get a Moltres, just regular rare, because getting all 3 of these would just be cool because they look cool. Like, it doesn't have to be all about value, you know? It was hard to explain that in my ace grading video when I was like, I'm not grading this for a price increase. I'm grading it because I think it looks cool. And then someone commented and they were like, why don't you just buy art and then stick it above it if you're not doing it for the price increase? And I'm like, how am I going to get the art, bro? I can't draw that shit. And I think even in the comment, they said, like, for that price, you may as well just pay an artist to do it. I'm like, what do you think we're doing? It's £15 a card. You really think I can commission an artist £15 to make a label that looks that cool, that then I would then be able to print it out, buy a plastic container, and certify and grade it myself? Yeah. I can definitely do that at home. I don't know. They're very silly sometimes, the YouTube comments. I'm sorry to get annoyed. Damn. Blaziken art, sorry, I was mid-speech. That Blaziken art is so sick. I don't think I've got this one yet. I think Will got this, so I didn't get it hollow, so I'm happy to sleeve that boy. I'm also interested to see which video does better. My last video was about me getting Destined Rivals, or this video where I'm opening up a bunch of Destined Rivals. Because I feel like, from what the comments say, what you guys say in the comments, is that you want to see me open up more Pokemon cards because you like seeing me go, oh wow, I really like that card. Oh, no AR. And no, nothing more than a rare, but this Hydrapple is very cool. So I'm interested to see which one of these videos does better, because I personally think that the video that I posted before this one, that is about me going to Manchester and finding Destined Rivals on release day and like doing a whole plan around it and a vlog and then opening some at the end, I think that as a concept video and like the finished product is much better than this video. But I also think more people just want to see me open the cards. And probably more people just skip through to the end part of that video, Yanmega EX. Not really bothered, I'll be honest. More people probably just skip through to the end of that video to watch me open the packs at the end with Will. I'll be interested to see once the video's been out long enough. You can tell of like the view time of where people skip to. It happens a lot in videos that are like my ace grading video, for example. You skip to the grades. There's like a huge increase in viewers when of the bump of like me revealing my grades, and they don't really care about when I'm going to the post office, you know? So I think splitting the videos up into 2, like I am doing here, where one is me getting the cards and the other is me opening them, means that this video will just do better. But I am just talking about the ins and outs. Dude, that art is so nice. Of making YouTube videos at this point. I know you're in this video, so you're probably going to say I prefer this one, but let me know in the comments what you prefer and what kind of content you want to see on this channel. But if you're new, hey, why don't you subscribe? Because I'm making lots and lots of Pokemon content that's really fun. And some of it, dude, that Scrafty, wait, the reflection coming through, is that like sunlight? Because he's outside, right? Interesting. That looks so sick. I love Scrafty and Scraggy. Is that his name? I think it is. Oh, and we get the Team Rocket Zapdos again. Yes, dude. Love that art. Let me know what you prefer, because I'm down. Not prefer, sorry. Let me know, like, maybe previous content that I've done that you like, that you want to see more of, or new ideas that you want to see me do, whether it's just opening the newest set or not. I've got quite a few ideas that are in the pipeline. Love the Rosa raid, but we got the better one, so who cares about this one anymore? There's quite a few ideas that are coming down in the pipeline that I already have, and to be honest, I have too many videos that I have ideas for to film because I don't have enough time. I also have too many video ideas that I've already like done a little bit of because I don't have enough time to create or edit them. So I have been getting some help on that. Oh, Steven's Baltoy, nothing in that one. So yeah, the videos will be coming out a little bit faster. I even already have next week's video planned out, and my aim for like future videos now is to post one video every single week, essentially. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, I need to stop talking about my like uploading schedule. Mo Rotom, sorry, I think I've already seen that card, but I didn't really register that it's a fucking lawnmower that Rotom has taken over. I know he has, like, the washing machine form and stuff, but I never knew he had a grass form that was him being a lawnmower. I guess that makes sense. And the reverse Huntail. Yes, dude. And Team Rocket's Mewtwo EX. Is that a sign? Is that a sign that we're getting Team Rocket's Mewtwo, or Giovanni's Mewtwo, sorry, as the SIR? Are we getting an SIR? I hope so. An SIR is, like, 1 in, what? Roughly 1 in 70 packs, I think. So we're not guaranteed. I mean, you're never guaranteed anything, right? But like, we're only opening just over 50 packs. So we're probably not guaranteed to get an SIR out of this. But I mean, the odds are high, right? That's how it works. Oh, okay. We get another Team Rocket full art, which out of the full art trainers to get, I think the Team Rocket ones are the coolest ones to get. So I'm kind of happy with that. Arch is pretty cool. I think this one might be cooler than, what was it, Proton? That was the other one. Obviously, Giovanni would have been the best. Maybe even Ethan. I think Ethan's one looks kind of cool. I want to have a reminder. Yeah, it could have been Judge. It could have been MC's Hype. Ethan's Adventure would have been much better. Yeah, it could have been these two. So, hey, I'm not going to complain too much. Oh, I forgot about this Meowth. Dude, I really hope we get that Meowth. We haven't actually got that many ARs. I'll check halfway through the booster box. We're 3 packs away from halfway through the booster box, and then we'll do a review, or like a rundown of all the cards that we've hit so far and what cards we're hoping to get in the next 18 packs. So we're going to speed through this to get to that point. But I am not even good when I'm trying to speed through cards. Yes, dude. Oh, fucking look at that. Holy shit. What? That is maybe one of the coolest card arts that I've pulled on this channel. That's crazy. The Houndoom doing a fucking backflip over the Team Rocket. It's Team Rocket's Archer. It's the guy in the card, bro. Hell yeah. That's so sick. Well, when we were going to backtrack and be like, I wonder what cards we're going to get. I would love to get this card. That was the card. This was at least one of the cards that I was hoping to get, and I'm so fucking excited. Yeah. Okay, at this point, we could even pull the Arvin's Mabosstiff SIR, and I would be happy. Because, I mean, we could also just not pull an SIR, and I would still be happy. Because the amount of cool cards that I've got, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to complain if I get any more, but I'm definitely not going to complain if I don't get any more, if you get what I'm saying. Missy's Lapras, very nice. Oh, and that Annihilate artwork. Dude, it is crazy that they just went, let's make Primeape get an evolution that's like, he's died. I can't remember how you unlocked him in the game, but it was like something like, you teach him this move and like make him faint like 30 times or something like that. It wasn't exactly that, but it's something so strange that like no one would ever figure out. Like the, what's his name? Runegregis from Sword and Shield, where you had to like, sorry, we need to go back. This Growlithe? What the hell did they do to my boy Growlithe? Why does he look like a sticker? Not a fan of that artwork, I'll be honest. Yeah, you had to like make it attack a certain Pokemon 40 times in front of this specific rock or something stupid. It's like, what are we doing here? Sorry, got off on a crazy tangent. We now have half of the booster box completely done. The other half is all that remains, which means we have 18 packs left of this video. And let's do a little recap to see what we have so far. So starting off with Team Rocket's Wobbuffet, which now I'm looking at it even closer. I have only just realized that there's a cheeky Drowsy over in the corner and there's a Sneasel on their lap that's like looking grumpy. I love the artwork and the art style. And it also feels like it's kind of like a fisheye lens. Love this so much. Couple of EXs that we don't care about. There's another EX that I don't care about. I'm trying to order them. Let's make an order, right? All right, I've made 2 separate piles. One of the cool cards, one of the non-cool cards. And we're not going to go through this right now. We'll wait till the end of the video. Sorry for blue balling you, but I just realized there's no point going through all of the cool cards that we've got at this point now because we're just going to do the same thing when the video ends. So we'll just do it when the video ends. And you guys have been here. We don't need a recap just yet. All we need to do is just keep looking at that Houndoom over here and how cool he is, because holy shit, is he a motherfucking cool. I don't know what a motherfucking cool means, but we get a Regirock EX. Didn't even know the Reggies were in this set. I feel like sometimes Pokemon just add the strangest cards into their sets. Like, Zamazenta is in this set, right? But not Zacian, I don't think. Why would they add one of the dogs? And why would they add the worst one? And why in this set when it has no relation to anything? I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Pokemon could do a better job of their theming of these sets. Magcargo, these nuts. But not like to the state that I was saying before where it needs to only be Team Rocket. Like it could be a bunch of cool stuff, but then to throw in a couple of random things does feel like it's more of a detriment to the set as a whole. Yo, wait, Mimikyu? I didn't know Mimikyu was in this set. What is it, Shadow Sneak? It's not Gemstone's Mimicry, whatever the fuck that means. His little tail coming out, very cool. Very cool indeed. Yeah, it just feels like there could be more Pokemon that make sense for the set. Like, I think people were complaining that, like, oh my god, Orbeetle gets an AR, but, like, I can't think of a Team Rocket-y Pokemon. Weezing doesn't get an AR? Maybe he does. I think he does. Well, he does. I pulled it this video. Yeah, I don't know. I think people are just mad for the sake of being mad. Like, not every... Like, having a new Pokemon that isn't, like, from 151 that is in this set. Like, oh no, you gave Spotlight to a new Pokemon that I don't care about because I'm only in it for nostalgia. Like, bro, the art looks crazy cool. I'd love to get the Orbeetle. And I don't care about Orbeetle. I think as a Team Rocket card, it looks well cool with the Spotlight in the background and stuff. Dude, it's so sick. Speaking of so sick, getting a reverse rare of this Team Rocket's Tyranitar is very nice. A Floatzel as well. I think that's a rare, which is nice. Oh, no, it's not. It's a common, I think, or an uncommon. And another Team Rocket's Articuno. Does the Team Rocket's Moltres exist in a regular rare? Because if not, then that's very sad. Because I got the Articuno and the Zapdos specifically because I was like, hey, if I get all 3, that would be really cool. And I sleeved them up, and I want to submit them for grading. I was a little bit happy with how the ace grading video is performing, specifically because I was expecting so many more comments being like, oh my god, this guy is clearly an ace grading shill. Oh no, that's not a good sign. Arvin's Mabosstiff. Sorry, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. But he is going in the stinker pile for sure. Yeah, I was expecting a lot more comments being like, this guy's clearly a shill, which is why I spent the first like 5 minutes of the video being like, hey, I'm not a shill. Here are things that aren't great about Ace. Which most of them I don't care about, which is why I like Ace. But I'm like, these are reasons why people might not like Ace. Damn, Steven's Claydol looks so cool. But I can't help that I think that the artwork looks cool. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Speaking of artwork looking cool, holy. I recently had a bunch of Pokemon product that I was like like adding to my basket on eBay over like the course of a couple months. And I was like, if it hasn't sold out and like someone hasn't bought it in like a month's time, then that's a sign and I should buy it. So then a month went by and I kept on adding to this basket, and then eventually it added up to £1,000 worth of Pokemon stuff. And then I bit the bullet and I bought it. Now, partly that was a bunch of packs that I'm getting for a particular video that I have in mind to film, which I don't want to spoil, so I won't say what it was. But the other part of it was actually getting a bunch of like different packs, specifically 3 packs of every single TCG that has come out, well, that's prominent at the moment. Yes, dude! Oh my god. Okay, I know. Sorry, maybe that's a bit of an overreaction considering how I was talking about this Electrike before and how the regular common is better than it. But I'm pretty sure this is the same artist as the Swinub, and I love. Looking at it closer, the line art of this is so sleek. The colors are like muted, but in like the best way. And I hate to say it constantly, but I can see those trees going up in the background. Imagine the Ace label. That's very, very nice. Not as cool as the Houndoom, but it is still a banger card. And we got Misty's Gyarados at the end. Very nice. But yeah, so I bought a bunch of packs from like 3 Digimon packs, 3 Yu-Gi-Oh packs, 3 One Piece packs, and I'm going to open them all up in a video and decide which is the best in terms of artwork, because I don't think I go on about it enough. I really like artwork. Woo woo. So I think it would be an interesting video, and I love opening Pokemon cards. I'm sure I would also love opening all of these other like really popular TCGs that exist. There's no reason to just stick with Pokemon cards. Steven's Metagross. Dude, the action artwork of all of these EXs, I'm a big fan of. Especially them bursting out of their border. That's very cool. Hell yeah. So hopefully that video does well and warrants me spending a lot of money on all of those different packs. To be fair, I didn't spend that much money on those packs. The other video that I'm filming, however, I think I spent like £750 out of the £1,000 just on that video. So, hey, maybe it doesn't even make it into a video, which would be very sad. I don't know. We'll see. Do we get an AR? No AR, but a reverse Misty's Magikarp is very nice. And another Team Rocket Sneasel. How many holos are there? Like, just regular rares in this set? It feels like we keep on getting repeats. There can't be that many, right? This is kind of insane at this point. How many Team Rocket Sneasels we have compared to, I guess there must be like 1 holo maybe that we're missing. I don't know. We'll find out. I don't know whether I'm going to try and like master set Destined Rivals. I guess it all depends on how much product we can get. Yo, Team Rocket's Nidoking? Holy. Dude, this is what I'm saying. These full arts are crazy cool. I think there was an era where EXs, full art EXs, were like really boring, where the background barely had like any color to them. But the fact that not only does it have like this purple sparkle that matches with Nidoking, but you get fucking Giovanni in there, and it's like a cool action pose. This would look really good on an Ace label, but also is like just a really fucking sick card, dude. I think a lot of the full art EXs from this set are gonna age so well. I honestly don't know where Pokemon goes from this point, right? Like, adding all of these illustration rares and secret illustration rares that are like fill up the whole entire cards, there's not really any room for them to expand. Like, what are they gonna do? Make a bigger card? Like, I don't know how they're gonna top themselves in the next era of Pokemon. It'll be exciting to see where it goes from here, I guess. Crustle. And we have, I think, let's check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 packs left of Destined Rivals. And I will say, judging by our hit rate up until this point in the video, I don't think we're guaranteed like anything else from these 5 packs. We're never guaranteed anything from these 5 packs. From any packs, sorry. But what I mean is, like, I think we've done pretty well in terms of hits, especially 2 really big hits in the first 2 packs. So I'm not expecting, fuck you, Zamazenta, I'm not expecting anything crazy out of these next couple packs. Which sadly means that I don't think we're going to get an SIR. But hey, I could be proven wrong and we get an SIR right now in this pack. I don't think we've seen Manectric. I just realized, obviously, Electrike, we got the AR, so there must be a Manectric. It would have been nice for maybe a Manectric AR. I don't know. I'm not really complaining. Dondonzo. Holy Dondozo. Sorry, not Don. I think I've seen on Twitter artwork posted from like a new Pokemon book that's coming out. And there was a bunch of like water type fish Pokemon next to each other, and it was showing that Dondozo is like twice the size of Kyogre, which is like, what the hell? Why did they do that? Fix your power scaling Pokemon, that's crazy. But regardless of that, the artwork book looks so sick. I don't think it's really something that I would be able to open on this channel. I don't think people would maybe care about it, but I might make like a short out of it. I've been trying to figure out ways to do shorts or like short form content like TikToks and stuff. And I've not really found a way that works for me or that does well, because that's the main thing, right? I want the short form content I'm making to do well, because if my long form content is doing well and my short form isn't, then I'm like, well, I'm just going to put all my time into the long form because that I know how that works and that's doing really well. So, but I also think I'm missing out on not doing short form stuff. And I don't want to just copy the things that already exist. So, Zeraora and the Ethan's Typhlosion. Dude, that artwork is so cool, even if it is just a regular rare. So I don't know. I don't think I'm going to do shorts for a long time until I figure out something interesting. But maybe that book. Maybe I buy that book and it's cool for a short. Who knows? Okay, the final pack. The last pack of Destined Rivals of this whole entire video. Like I said, and probably correctly predicted, the last 5 packs are going to be stinkers because of how well we did throughout the first part of the video, but we will see. Oh, is this new? I don't know if we've got a Pinecone yet, or if we had, I skipped by it. The autumnal feel around this, that actually, the artwork looks so nice. Oh, and a Clamperl. Again, the Clamperl AR is really cool, but even this regular art, I kind of like the childish. Childish? Do you think that's right? Describing this as childish? I don't know. It looked kind of childish, but like in a good way. You know what I mean? Okay. Ooh, reverse Ponyta. Does that mean we get the Rapidash AR in this pack? It doesn't, unfortunately. But do we get an SIR? We do not, unfortunately. Which is fine, because maybe I'm a little bit disappointed that we didn't get an SIR. I'm gonna be real. It would have been nice to get an SIR. It would have been nice to get literally any of them, because they're all so cool. But we did get some banger cards. Let me organize this. Okay, so from our last video, we got this Team Rocket's Raticate, which is really cool. So technically, that wasn't in this video, but I'm going to count it because it is cool. And then we also got a bunch of stinker EXs that I don't really care about. Regirock, Rabasca, Yanmega, Satitan, Olive. Dondozo's kind of cool. And then we get the promo Zeb Striker, the promo Kangaskhan, a reverse Misty Psyduck. Yes, I have done this in order, and yes, I do think the Misty Psyduck is better than the promos and all the EXs. Fight me about it. And yes, I do think this regular rare Blaziken and regular rare Team Rocket Sneasel are cooler than any of the other cards so far. They look so sick, and I might grade them. So take that, haters. Sorry, anyway. Steven's Metagross, this is one of the coolest EXs, followed only by Team Rocket's Nidoking, and then Cynthia's Garchomp, and then, the Mewtwo! Dude, those EXs are actually so sick. I know, I'm a little salty that I didn't get any more ARs or even an SIR, but that row of EXs, very, very cool. I think the only other one that I would have wanted is the Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, but either way, really good. And then we get our full art trainers, both Team Rocket admins, which is nice. And then we got our full art Team Rocket cards, which having Giovanni just like menacingly look behind both of them, I think is really cool. The Persian's nice, but this Nidoking is like a different level. I'm genuinely gonna send that in for grading because I think that looks so sick. And then we get out of our ARs, Team Rocket's Weezing, which we pulled pretty early on in the video. This Electrike, which is really, really cool. Again, the line work, I love it, that it's not like super bold or whatever. Just the fact that Pokemon can have such a varied artwork for their cards, I think is super sick. Oh, speaking of varied artwork, dude, I talked about it before. Cynthia looks amazing in this drawing. This is crazy. And I'm not... For all of the fucking horny people out there, I'm not saying she looks amazing because she's hot. She is hot, but I'm saying that the artist has done a really good job of drawing her, is what I'm saying, okay? Put your fucking dicks back in your pants. Sorry. That's graphic. But still a really cool art, but not the coolest in the video. because look at this Houndoom. There are quite a few cool Houndoom cards, but this is definitely up there with one of the best. I honestly think this is better than even the Shrouded Fable Houndoom. And that's saying something because I really like that card, but damn, this is so nice. Oh, and then, of course, we get the Team Rocket Wobbuffet, which is very, very cool. Hell yeah. And that's it. That's the video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you appreciate the pulls that I got as much as I did. This is probably a very long video, so if you watched all the way to the end, then you should leave a comment. I don't know what it should be. It should be something that no one would say whatsoever. Oh my god, it should be... yo, that our believer. The comment should be, yo, no way, you got our Bolivar EX. I love that card so much. Everyone should comment that. Because the only reason you'd be commenting that is because you got this far in the video. No one's commenting that otherwise. Sick. All right. Very successful opening. Thank you very much for watching all the way through, and I will see you guys in the next video. But there's videos here that you can click. If you've watched this far, click on one of these. You'll probably like them. All right. See you next one. Bye.